What's happening, everybody? It's Zine back again. Sorry for the delay. Had a lot of things going on in life, but we got everything squared away, so we're going to get right back to the action. This time we got another deck profile for you. It's Solrairon this time. You've seen gameplay of it, so this time let's go ahead and give a deck profile for it. Without further ado, let's go right into it. Alright, everyone. We're just going to start with the standard ride line to go ahead and get things started. Of course, we got the grade zero that I just like his artwork. Of course, I like seeing his artwork, so it's just one of my favorite ones. And of course, you got the standard ride line to go everything with that. Everything works with that, so you just stick to this ride line. Nothing's wrong with sticking to this ride line at all. It works out with this deck very well. Now, as far as grade 3s, of course, you need 3 Solrairons because that's the whole point of having this deck. Persona Rights is always good to have. And plus, the whole effect of everything on board, gaining 5 is just crazy. Love the best out of it. Then, of course, you got Dependable Pierce Dragon. It is very dependable. You gotta love that. I run that as a 4 of. When you need the option to stack the deck, unstack the deck, he's another good option, of course, in the deck. And then on top of it, when you need to clear up the space, he clears himself off the board by sucking himself in the soul after the ability kicks in. So that works out with that too. Now, as far as grade 2s, I do tech in one more of the ride line himself. Why? Countercharging. Just there's nothing wrong with extra countercharging. Now, speaking of countercharging, we do run 4 of the new boy lectures. Love this skill for the fact of when you call it from the deck, you get to use the ability to put it in soul and draw a card. That's beautiful to keep hand size, and on top of it, it helps you gain a hand. And it works on the fact of it being an auto ability and it being at the end of battle, at the end of the attack, which is great. So I just love the card in general. It's one of the best things they added to this deck itself. Now, as far as a tech option, I teched this grade 2 cycler, Spiral Cutie Angel, because it's just a good card to have when you want to stack the deck. Of course, ditching for the draw ability. It's just a very good card to have for like multiple situations. My favorite one is for when you need an extra reason to stack the deck. It's good when you Persona Ride. I love that. Now, as far as your multi-attack aspect of the deck, you will run Wisdom Claw Dragon. He's a very good card for helping you give your deck a 5-attack deck style. The whole point of them is when you hit the board, if you have another clear spot, aka if you was running that grade 3 dragon that sucks yourself in the soul, you can call something else out from the top of the deck to give you another attack, which that gives more ammo to the deck and more power to it for that factor. Now, as far as grade 1s, we did stick with 3 of the grade 1 ride line. Reason being is because it helps stack the deck. You get one free option of that when you call it out of soul using the ride line itself, but having multiple ones in hand to help you stack the deck is always good to have. Now, as far as some of the new stuff, this is one of my favorite cards, which is Harvest Theme. This is one of my favorite ones for the fact of what he can do. It's a very simple skill. You literally place it on board, and then as your vanguard is Solrairon, you choose one of your grade 2 or less normal units without Sentinel from your drop and put it to the top of your deck or your soul. AKA, I can stack what I want when I need to, and that works better in conjunction with the grade 2 that I brought up, Wisdom Claw, or this grade 1 in particular, which is Elfo. I love him because when you call him from deck or just call him at all, you can look at the top 5 and call up to 2 cards. The sacrifice is if you do it during battle, you have to reveal a normal card and ditch it. But if it's during main, you get to reveal a normal card and stack the top of the deck. Another way to stack, but another way to get 5 attacks out the deck. So I run that as the main 4 of for this deck for the fact that I can literally use this injunction to stack this to the top if it's in my drop. Of course, I also run 4 PGs, just the ones that came out of DZ set 1. You can switch one of these out for Elementary, of course, but if you I just didn't mind it. It doesn't matter to me on that factor because Elementary is good to have if you need it. But if you're trying to kill them before they even get to the point of needing the Elementary, it's always great. That's great to have for that reason. So, of course, 4 PGs. Now here's the part that folks are not gonna like about this, and that's the fact of I went rainbow trigger for it. So first of all, I did 4 different crits just to be crazy about it, because I like all the different artworks. So I just wanted to celebrate all the different artworks for that. And I went 4 of the 20k front, so that helps out for guard purposes. And when you get into that moment of having 5 attacks and you get a whole full row again when you swing your Vanguard, that's front row drive checks to that front trigger, and that helps out with that factor. Run, of course, 3 of the 10k draws, because 10k draws and more draw to the deck. Just some regular heals, doesn't matter which heals you use. I don't really worry about effect heals in this game. I could for the extra mile, but I'm fine with the regular heals. They're good shield. I ain't got to think about it hard at all. And of course, the over trigger itself, I went with the Keter over trigger. Why? Because there's nothing wrong with extra drive checks. I got plenty of grade 3s I can use in the deck. I can stack the deck with a grade 3 to give me to help me out with drive checks. But drive checks just like add extra oomph to it, plus with the power of the +5 that you're getting from your Vanguard. So that's just a big help with that. Other than that, that's the deck list for you. Alright everybody, that's the deck profile for you. I hope you enjoyed it. Please leave something in the comments for me, so that way I can know if I'm doing good, know if I need to do more, and also give me advice for deck profiles. I would love to do more stuff like that. But there will be more deck profiles, more gameplay, so don't worry about that. Until then, catch you later.